Now, as far as her mouth bag is concerned, I am going to completely delete it because the proxy does not need it at all. It's just too much geometry. I just need the head. And I'm going to also refrain from creating a proxy for the jaw, at least for now. I don't think I'm ever going to need one. I think whenever I switch to proxy, it'll more often than not be okay with just having the head. But if I absolutely do need to separate the jaw, I'll do it later on. At least I know how these connections work now. So I'm going to grow this selection till I have the entire mouth bag. Let me go inside the mouth and take a look and grow. Yes, and that's it. I'll just delete it. And might as well clear those two out too. And just have a proxy for the head. Okay, so I managed to get everything cut up, and there's one thing that I want to do with the fingers. I want to include the nail in the finger proxy. So with this actual last finger piece, which is several different pieces, I'm going to try to break it up. There's a piece here that I could probably delete. It's probably missing on the thumb. It doesn't matter. It's an easy hole to fill. Yeah, right there. I could just do an append, pen polygon. I could just close that. I do have to delete history on all of these. All right, so with this final piece here, I'm going to separate it so they're all individual pieces. So I'm going to go mesh, separate, so I have individual pieces. And because I want to add the nail to this last digit, just so the proxy is complete, I'm just going to take the nail geometry, duplicate it, Shift P to get it out of there, and separate it in the same way. So I'll go mesh, separate, and then I'll just combine it, each nail with its respective piece. So this is my combine command. I just saved it from the menu and I put it in the shelf. So I'm going to grab these two, combine, combine. Okay, so that's all the proxies. I have everything broken up into a much more cleaner result. This should also be separated. So I'm going to go, I want to separate. So they're all individual pieces. Make sure everything is its own piece. And here I got some really nice sectioning of the ears. So much more cleaner. Foot, toe, and all these so that we can see the effect of the twist joints on the proxy. And so that's everything. So now I'm going to speed through the video to get it all connected in the same way that I did for these two pieces over here and over there. Actually, these three pieces. So when I went to connect this one, it looks like the advanced skeleton did not make a separate connection for this one. So I'm going to create my own. I'm just going to add a matrix sum. I think it might be an add matrix. Yeah, I think it's an add matrix. So I'm going to connect this matrix one. Actually, let me connect the first term first. Well, I don't want it from this joint. I want it from this one. So let me make the joints accessible. I'll add that to the view. Yeah, and there it is right there. So looking for its world matrix value. I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm going to put the parent group's world inverse matrix into the second term. Let me make sure I have that correct, into the second term. And then all of that is going to be piped into my new group. So I'm going to create my null group, and I'm going to match the transforms of this null group to this joint. So I'm going to go modify, match transformations, match all transforms. So it should be, yeah, right there. So with it there, I should be able to pipe the matrix sum into the offset parent matrix field. Okay, so once that is done, I can show my cutup geometry and dump it into this null group. Let me undo that. All right, so I think I might know why I have a problem. Even though this is saying the sum of a matrix, I should have known there is no node like that when I tried to search it and it didn't show up. This is a Mult matrix. That's why I kept calling it a Mult matrix in the previous lessons. I don't know why I said sum. Yeah, I should have not pulled up this add matrix. I should have done a tab and pulled up a Mult matrix. So a Mult matrix node, I'm supposed to be multiplying these two things together. So I put the world matrix of the joint in the first parameter. I put the world inverse matrix of the parent housing my cutout geometry. And that's what I should be funneling into this group, which had its transforms matched to the joint. All right, so I'm going to now pipe that in, pump this sum into the offset parent matrix. Yeah, now that behavior is more predictable to me. I'm more familiar with that behavior. So if I grab this and I parent it underneath that, now if I move, yeah, it's working. All right, so don't add, you're looking for a Mult matrix. I'm going to delete this node. So it's good that I just wanted to pause and attempt creating my own, since Advanced Skeleton didn't create one for this joint. What it wanted to do was just have it share with the joint right on top of it, right? Because I think this really is an in-between joint, or a twist joint. And I suppose it doesn't feel like it warranted a cut, but I want that cut because when I twist the foot, I want to be able to see that distribution, that twist distribution. So yeah, I'm going to continue speeding through, and every time I get to one that doesn't have the connection, now we know how to set it up. Another thing I'm going to do is make sure I preserve the naming convention that has been used by what was already there. So he has over here hip MMR cutup. So for the new ones I created, I'm going to call them MMM or hip part right cutup, because that's what Advanced Skeleton calls them. Hip part 1 actually, MM cutup, and the other one would be left. And I hope there's no node already called this in the scene. No, there isn't. Yes, there is. Actually, I just realized why I can't call them that, because Advanced Skeleton is already using that name. That's why I got a namespace clash. So I have to find another name for these two, their connections. Well, not this, but my setup. All right, so I've selected these two groups, mapped them in the node editor, and let me just do a maybe B. I'll just do a B and remove number now, and also do a B here. and I'll more than likely have to do the same every time I run into a duplicate like that.